Life is short, the world is wide. I want to make some memories.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I was lucky enough to travel to this wonderful place called Santorini, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. We traveled to Santorini late in the night, so our first official day was a beautiful Wednesday. I woke up to a gorgeous sunrise, had a nice cup of matcha lemon tea that I brought from home, and watched the people in the village doing their daily stuff. Later, I bought some sourdough bread that just tasted better than anything before. They make it with olive oil, hence the yellowish color inside, and it's next level, guys. It's the type of bread you could just eat by itself, and it would be an amazing meal. I spread some hummus onto the bread, topped them with some salad leaves, tomatoes, some extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. I also had some pepper stuffed olives, which were insane. I could eat this every day, and well, in this case, I did. I had some orange juice with the breakfast and gorged away. It's so rare when I can actually let go of all the worries about the upcoming school, expectations, mainly for myself, difficulties at home, etc. Just for a few days, I did not care about anything. I was present, I soaked in every single sunshine and joy.
You called me, I'm too hung up and I can't sleep. Would you hear me out tonight? 'Cause I need nothing more than you. No, I need nothing more than you to come back home.
We hopped on a little boat where we had the best time. There was music, I could put my feet into the sea, and I was truly living my best freaking life. For lunch I had a very mediocre pizza, but it didn't matter because at that point I was starving. We went down to the beach, and for the first time I actually came over my fear of the sea. It was a gradual process, but by the end of the trip I might as well have became a little mermaid.
No place to be when all your friends are drunk and we can't grow up, so I messed up, and it's gotten me feeling that I need nothing more than you.
We went to a spot to watch the sunset, me and another 50 people. There were 2 proposals as well. They both said yes, so cheers to them.
And 22's no place to be when all your friends are drunk and we can't grow up, so I messed up, and it's gotten me feeling that I need nothing more than you.
Good morning. I found so many cats. Yesterday night it was really dark, so I didn't film them, but I actually had 7 cats coming to me, and I brought them some food, and now I brought some more, but only one of the cats are here because it's really warm already. They are so freaking cute. I hope I can show them to you. But anyway, my fit is I freaking love this. I feel very Greek at the moment. The next morning, the breakfast was the same as before, only with whole grain bread. I also found an extremely delicious yogurt that was mango and passion fruit flavored. It really reminded me to the ones I used to eat in the UK when I lived there. I had that with some peaches and granola, and also had a matcha tea, and that was my beautiful breakfast. The owner of our Airbnb recommended an amazing vegan-friendly restaurant to us called Tranquilo, and truly it was a calm, safe haven, so the name fits very well. This place, oh my god, the kind of place where you just want to hang out in for hours. It looked like a meditation or yoga retreat center, and the food was phenomenal. We had a lot of sangria, and I had this chickpea lentil burger filled with vegetables and vegan yogurt. It was a 10 out of 10. I was so full and so happy. As the place was right at the beach, we again went for a swim and found the cutest cat family you could ever imagine. There were 2 tiny cats who were still breastfed, the sweet mom and the huge dad. We hanged with them and my heart was literally full. For dinner, I had some watermelon that not only tasted amazing, but even the smell was crazy.
De ez görög dinnye!
Ki mondta?
And some bread with hummus and pepper. Shocker, I know. Being vegan on the go is not always easy. Therefore, as you'll see, I try to stick to the few meals that I'm sure of. Also, I wouldn't want to buy a bunch of ingredients that I wouldn't use up. In Santorini, the tap water is not drinkable, or at least where I lived in the Airbnb, not even good to wash your veggies with. Therefore, I decided not to cook this week, which is a first. But because the amount of fresh produce and cute little places, this was not a problem. The next morning, I had another one of that mango passion fruit yogurt. I also had a beautiful ripe mango, so I topped the yogurt with that, along with peaches and granola. I also got to eat some of my boyfriend's breakfast as he couldn't finish it. That day was the best day probably out of all. We went on a boat tour, on a sailing boat to be exact, that was not sailing anymore. We visited 2 nearby islands, one of which was an active volcano and another small where we had food. Because of the volcano, there were places where the seawater was 35 degrees hot, but you could only swim there from the boat to reach the place. It was 200-meter swim, and you had to jump off the boat. I was so hesitant because neither of my family members wanted to join me, and I was, playing the coward, but I probably never gonna be here again, so I jumped, and it was so worth it. Unfortunately, I couldn't film the place with the warm water because my camera is not waterproof, but it's safe to say this experience is unforgettable, and it was so worth it. For lunch, we found a place where they served vegan pitas with falafel, hummus, fries, and tomatoes. I had that as well as lemonade.
Hogy tudtam régen csinálni veletek? We are going swimming again? Yay! So I'm back in this place where I was yesterday, and it's so amazing. They have, oh my god, there's a cat! There are cats everywhere. They have this little garden. There's the cat. And they made their food. Oh my god, another cat! If you haven't noticed, I am obsessed with cats. Hey, I am so excited for dinner. I'm really hungry, and today was a long day, so I'll show you what I eat. I'm gonna eat falafel again because that I love.
This falafel pita dinner was so delicious. I am dreaming about it ever since. It had this mint yogurt sauce, the best potato fries ever, so saucy and filling and flavorful. We also had some more sangria and just enjoyed the night away.
Ez isteni jó. Nagyon jó volt az ebéd, de ez 10-ször annyira jó.
Sitting inside silence, we still feel the vibe. You could not say a word and I know what you just decided. We'd be right in the same wave. Oh, the water's perfect, babe. The heat is rising, the time is melting from my fingertips. So nothing compares to this. Nothing ever will compare to this. You and I making fire, I can take ya. I can make it better, baby. Running away every day, feeling the same.
In the shop, I actually found some roasted peppers and sun-dried tomatoes, and I knew it was going to upgrade my hummus bread thing even more. And I was so right. It felt like a feast. I was here for it.
Away every day, feeling the same in a different way.
I also had some sort of Greek dessert type thing. I had no idea what was that. It tasted like an amaretti, to be honest, but I loved it. I couldn't stop eating it, literally, so I ended up finishing the whole box. And guys, no regrets here. For lunch, I only had some fruits, but the plums were just so sweet and juicy. Wow. Somehow everything tasted better there. Riper, sweeter, greener, yummier. The quality of produce is just a whole new level. Really reminded me of Spain.
Back at the same place as yesterday, and tomorrow I'm leaving and I don't want to go home. This trip was one of the best trips in my entire life. The atmosphere is just different here, you know. I don't know what to tell you. It's just completely different here. I could stay here forever, I feel like. The only thing I don't like is the amount of dogs and cats on the streets. That's really difficult. But apart from that, it's like paradise. One part of the island is like the rich area where really they get your money from tourist people, you know, because they can. And then the other side of the island where we stayed is more like the local area and more authentic and things like that. We were living in an Airbnb in the local area and it was so good. If you're ever in Santorini, come to the Tranquillo, because if you're vegan or non-vegan, you'll love it. You will love it. They have the best food. That's why we keep coming back, and I'm gonna eat the same thing as yesterday because it was so good, and I probably will never eat this again, so no shame in that. And yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you. Chin, chin, chin. Chin, chin.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind.
Breakfast! Best time of the
She
year.
doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. I take the long way home, avoid what I can.
I am the biggest fan of Mamma Mia movies. That was the movie that I watched every single night when my first boyfriend broke up with me, and it healed my heart. This place reminded me of that movie every single second, and I don't know, it just makes me cry because it made me so happy.
Know where going in first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn.
The last day we still had the whole day for ourselves, as our flight was only at 10 p.m. So we went to the other side of the island to a place called Iya. We walked around, it was very pretty, and then we went for our last swim and had a teary goodbye to the cat family by the beach. Later we walked around in this beautiful village called Pyrgos, where we had dinner. Most of my family already had food before, but because I'm vegan, I had to wait a little bit longer because there's no vegan food everywhere. So they just had desserts, and those looked insane. My mom had some sort of baklava with pistachio ice cream. God, that must have been delicious. I had a simple tomato garlic basil pasta, but simple doesn't mean mediocre. It was so creamy and yummy and just what my heart desired. It was just the perfect way to finish our trip. I'll forever have a special place in my heart for Santorini, that's for sure.
We're going home. Bye, Santorini.